You know, I got a couple things on my mind here. Let's get it in. Let's go. Alrighty then. This is DJ Wolf Live. Hey, just thinking about a couple of things here, man. Among other things, why did DC have the worst drivers on the freaking planet, man? Every day, it's like they're never gonna get anywhere no time soon. You know, ever. And it's just ridiculous. Yeah, of course, these guys just ride on you like there's no tomorrow. But that's just one of the main things that's been bothering me lately. And I would call this the insensitive people. We have that. It's just the mentality that we have of people who aren't sensitive to things anymore. You know, you even got now where people will harm children no matter what. They'll do that. You got people just don't care no more. People literally don't care. That's sad. It's really sad. I was thinking about that years ago when my son graduated high school. And I was thinking about all the times that I spent as a father raising him and making sure that he dot the I's and cross the T's. You know, at some point he's going to make his own mistakes sooner or later, which he learned. But this generation that's coming up now, man, they got so much to deal with, man. So much. I think about that. I was thinking about that. They got a lot of stuff to deal with, and I think with God's strength, and they'll be okay. But it's going to take a lot to get this generation through, because there's so much peer pressure out here now. There's probably 5 times more peer pressure out here now than it was when I was a teenager. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Because there's a lot more things to get into, which is not necessarily good. You have all these different entities and stuff of people doing this, that, and the other. And with the internet, cell phones, predators and all this, but it's just this world's not the same, man. It ain't. I remember a world one time where most apartment stores and restaurants weren't even open on Sunday. Yeah. Now they're open. Many of them open 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Walmart happened to be one of them at the time. I don't know about now, and I don't know if they're going to do that this year or not, but it's just what people wanted to give the employees a day off to be with their families. Thanksgiving Day, it would never be anything open. The only time stores would be open was after midnight. Black Friday. But I got to thinking about it. I said, man, Black Friday has become a joke. I stopped dealing with it. I try to encourage my family to no longer waste their time with Black Friday. Black Friday is the ultimate. It's just the ultimate thing that I used to once hype up but I don't anymore. I've grown myself out of it over the years. I just don't have a thing for it anymore. It's become a big nothing to do, because the only thing that Black Friday was ever really good for was getting people in the stores. That's it. They'll get you a store to buy something that you know they're likely not going to have in stock, that they probably had in stock weeks earlier, that you could have probably gotten prior to all that. But you didn't bother because you wanted to wait until they dropped a few pennies down from what the original price was to get to it. Anyway, I got thinking about that though. But it's not what it used to be. Things are not what they used to be anymore in general. And things have changed so much over the years, man. It has. It's changed to a point where, like I said, a lot of stuff that you used to do, you don't do anymore. Used to be people would stay out your personal business in terms of you were a husband and wife. Now they don't anymore. Where kids used to be in before dark, not anymore. Where kids were not ever think about sassing their parents. Now, they sass back at the parents, and if the parents getting their ass about it, they'll call a special number on you. Oh, I forgot. Child protection services on you. Just for you thinking about getting in their ass. Things have changed. And I don't know. Is it me, or is it, I think some of the liberalism ideology has put a wrench in a lot of that stuff. On some cases, I say yes. And this is from a guy who's been liberal, or at least was taught to be liberal, or think liberal all of his life. I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I'm going to just tell you that right in front for the record. I'm neither one. I think that both parties are not good. I think they both have the same intentions to do the same thing, and that's make money off of other people. No matter how much they have to lie to do it. It's a shame. And yes, I'm still kind of miffed and upset about how Obama did us as a people. I'm not going to lie about that. I was just listening this morning, and they said he's making a ton of money off of Netflix with his Netflix deals. Yeah. Him and Michelle really became icons of the Democratic Party, but they also became pop icons. I happened to see Michelle on a BET special, award special, about a week ago. I saw a video of her. Just saw her on there. Sure did. I said, ain't that something? Of all people. And it's like she's always on the talk shows. Or even when during the presidency, she was on talk shows all the time. Couldn't get Obama to talk on any of the black shows, though. And I'm talking about, like the talk shows that made a difference. Not just any show, but I'm talking about like some of the talk shows. You couldn't get them on half the talk shows at all. Especially some of the political talk shows I listen to. Wouldn't call it nothing, but you go on Fox though. That's another whole story. Just saying. But things ain't what you think it is anymore in terms of how people should act towards people, how people should rep people. Where your word meant everything. It don't anymore. Because people aren't about the word like they used to be, man. They're not. This world is, I don't know, man. It's just, I've had, and I'm talking about brothers now, where people will say, promise you, hey, man, let's go hang out, we'll get tickets, I'm going to get tickets, I got tickets, blah, 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 and last minute they turn around and they tell you a different story. Or somebody want to come through twice to go see us, watch some play football, don't come through, or people supposed to meet you out dinner and then they don't show up. Something else came up. I said, it's always something. My people did that to me. You know, people are like, you should be talking about putting your people down. No, my people put me down, damn it. You know, every time I always wanted to do something, I hang out, and they always about, oh, let's go, blah, 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 and then you turn around. There was one time, just no joke, I bought baseball tickets for my son, myself, and a co-worker of mine, former co-worker of mine at the time. He said he was going to come through. Negro never showed up. Even the day before. I'm going to come through. Never showed up. I go show you how rotten some of these people, our own people, really are to us and each other. Or you won't slow that down. Just plain out rotten, period. You know? We ain't about our word. We're not. To each other. You know? It's a damn shame. You would think you would be. Consider where we came up and how we came up and our heritage. But none of that means shit anymore. You know? Means nothing. Don't mean a damn thing. Oh, I appreciate white boy. Don't mean anything. Means nothing at all. So, with that in mind, it's DJ Wolf, and I'm out.